Hello everyone and welcome to Whisky Wednesday. Slight twist of things today, as you've seen from the title. Today we are looking at Hermitage 10-year-old Cognac. Quite a pretty label with all of its gold embossing. Just the same thing on the back too. But that is the label itself. Very simple, very clean. It's nothing particularly over the top or anything like that. This follows on from the Hennessy video we did. That probably would have been like last November now. It seems like much longer ago than that. And Cognac got my back up a little bit. And loads of you recommended some really cool cognacs. They are on the list. But I actually bought this as a gift, and it turns out the person I bought it for doesn't like cognac, so I just kept it for myself. Opened it, haven't drank too much of it, but it's been this really beautiful, slow, progressing, very full flavoured 10-year-old cognac. It is 40% alcohol. There wasn't anything online about its colour state or its chill filtration level, so for the sake of the price too, this cost £45. When you add all that together, one would assume that it probably contains colouring and is also chill filtered, as it is 40%. But outside of that, Hermitage, they tend not to bottle anything under 10 years old. If you go to their website, there's 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, like ridiculous vintages. This was actually recommended by a cigar specialist who works around the corner from me. And he went, oh, if you're looking for something like Hennessy, like just buy this because it's at least £80 cheaper and does pretty much the same job. And I will agree with him now. So Mike, who works at Aston's, thank you very much because you were correct. It is double distilled through an alembic still, which I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it is just that little gold still with the B and the C on it. It's like a little alembic still. Really nice style. It's been sat in the glass for quite a while now. And this is a cognac which has impressed me. I did buy a miniature Remy Martin XO. I've reviewed that privately, but not publicly yet. We will do that at some point. But yeah, it's just nice to kind of analyse this. Let me get my head out of the way, or at least pull this into shot. It's got an okay body to it. There's nothing too over the top. Stunning colour, despite the colouring addition, possibly. But yes, let's smell it, let's taste it, let's see what's going on with Hermitage Cognac 10-year-old. There's quite a rummy quality to it. There are these wonderful smells of like pineapple and coffee. Kind of roasted nuts, marinated fruit. Almost like the profile you would get from quite a typical sherry cask whiskey, but without the abundant sweetness. It's not chocolatey, it's not like got toffee notes in it. It is more, it's drier, but it also comes across as slightly more exotic. There's a really nice like lemoniness to it, like imagine like a really good cup of espresso with like a lemon twist over it. And really forward nose, like tons of pineapple. There's not much other exotic fruit. You could argue maybe like connotations of that fruit, so maybe like mango, something like that. But it is this brighter, sharper, more acidic style of fruit. So yeah, pineapple, coffee, a little bit of roasted nuts. It almost comes across as like chestnuts. So it certainly fits into the Christmassy profile, which was one of the reasons I bought it. But let's taste it. It's 5 to 3. That's my first bit of alcohol of the day. So it's a little bit hot, but let's just retry that again. So some familiar things, some not so familiar things. The pineapple's still there, although it really dies back. It becomes more, instead of like fresh pineapple, think of it more as something you've cooked, like pineapple for a dessert, something you stuck on a barbecue. Not smoky, not like that kind of thing that I would normally say in association with like a Kalila. It's not that kind of barbecue pineapple. It's just been cooked to the point where like its juiciness has gone away. One would say maybe burnt. But it's still there. The arrival of that chestnutty walnut coffee warmth, it's something which kind of washes away a lot of the sweetness, which I am enjoying quite a bit. I seem to have moved away from sweeter drinks. I'm adding more bitters to old fashions. I'm adding more vermouth to Manhattans. So I seem to be, minus the rum videos that we're doing, I seem to be moving away from my sweet profile. So the washing out of those juicy fruits with coffee and these kind of earthy, nutty flavours is quite interesting. Finish-wise, the espresso and the coffee makes quite a big point of being there. And you know what? I'll cave. It almost does have a sherry cask quality to it. It reminds me a lot of Glenfarclas 15. There's quite a good amount of Glenfarclas 15 in there. Not physically, obviously. But yeah, it's warming, it's gently drying, it's got these really nice earthier, savoury tones to it. Typically I'm more of like a sweet guy. Like I love tropical fruit flavours, I love tropical fruit smells. Big bourbon fan, so you know, sweet sells with me. But I do like the layers in this, especially for something which is only 10 years old. Since I bought this, the price of it has gone up. That's no surprise, given what's happening with pricing everywhere. So I bought this for 45. I think it's now gone for like 55 to 60. But I still think it's something I would buy again. I've not found a cognac yet, which isn't saying a lot because I've only tried stuff in bars or in small bottles, but I would happily buy this again. I think it's very delicious. We've got like a little housewarming party soon, so you know this will be on the table for people to enjoy. But yeah, I think overall that's like a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Hermitage, I'm really liking your stock. I have a sample of your 20-year-old somewhere which I need to try. Still quite well priced even with price increases in the current world of spirits. And just all over like a nice, pleasant, approachable cognac for someone who doesn't know that much about it. And that's the first full bottle of a cognac I've ever bought. It's really, really tasty. So I can't say more than that. Overall, I think I'm going to give it an 8. Very, very tasty style. No, I'm not. I'm not going to give it an 8. I've just changed my mind. There's a flavour kicking around with me here, which is coffee, but is morphing into kind of bad coffee. I'm not a coffee snob. I only drink it like when I'm legitimately quite tired. I'm going to drop it from an 8 to a 7.5. The edge of the finish on this is just becoming a little bit too. What's the best word for it? Maybe like acrid. It's becoming a little bit sharp, which is odd because I thought those flavours had gone away. That's somewhat of an unwelcome surprise. But nonetheless, I would still buy another bottle of it. I think a 7.5 is a pretty respectable score. But yeah, if you've not tried it before, do let me know. The list of all the cognacs you've all recommended in the past is written down on my phone. When I've bought enough stock to get through and do like a little cognac series, we will do it, but obviously costs add up, especially in the current world. So you will see more of it. But if for any of you have tried Hermitage, let me know below. Do you have any recommendation in their ranges? I see they do like single vintages and stuff like that. But yes, that is the Hermitage 10-year-old Grand Champagne Cognac. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Cheers.